Welcome back to the Man Solution Podcast. It's been a minute. If you guys are here, I appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Um, and I know it's exciting to be back. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm your host, Anthony Miranda, and I help men solve themselves. So, if you're a busy dad or just a man looking to get back in shape, reclaim your health, reclaim your masculinity, then this podcast is for you. This is actually episode 18. And today we're talking about something a bit more tactical for you guys. So, if you're a busy dad or just a guy out there who wants to make the most of their gym time, life's hectic, you're juggling work, you're juggling family responsibilities, and obviously you still want to be able to find time to hit the gym and prioritize your fitness. But when you're juggling all these responsibilities, finding time to work out, especially if the workout's long, just seems impossible sometimes. So I'm going to break down my top 5 gym hacks that will not only help you maximize your workouts and see better results, but you'll be able to do it without spending hours and hours at the gym. I know when I was first started working out in my teenage years, I'd be at the gym for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, just fucking off, And obviously, when you're an adult and you have more responsibilities, you don't have time to do that. One, it's not effective, but two, we just don't have the time. It's not efficient either. So let's dive into these hacks. If you have paper, I recommend taking it out now and taking some notes. This will be valuable for you guys. So let's get to it. Hack number 1: implement supersets to save time. Now, supersets, pretty obvious for a lot of you, but for those of you who don't know what they are, it's a simple little trick to get the best of both worlds. Now, here's how it works. Basically, you're pairing 2 exercises, ideally that target different muscle groups, and you perform them back to back with no rest in between. For someone that's more advanced, you can do a superset of 2 exercises of the same muscle group if you're really trying to pre-exhaust the muscle before that second exercise. But if the goal is to basically get the most bang for your buck, my recommendation is to choose 2 opposing groups like chest and back. So maybe you go ahead and you hit the bench press, followed immediately by a set of pull-ups. So while one muscle group is working, the other is recovering. So it's an efficient way to not only keep up the intensity, because you're going back to back to back, but you also can cut down your workout time. So if you try this in your next gym session, I guarantee you're going to see how much not only how much harder you're having to work, but you're also going to see how much faster you can get in and get out. So give that a try. Let me know what you think, and we'll see if that works for you. Hack number 2: prioritize compound lifts for full body benefits. Now, I see a lot of guys making a big mistake by spending way too much time on isolated exercises, especially if you're already strapped for time. If you want to get stronger, burn more calories, and ultimately boost your overall fitness, then you've got to prioritize compound lifts. I have a client of mine who only does compound lifts. He only does squats, deads, benches, overhead presses. And the reason being is because he doesn't have a shitload of time, and he's under a large amount of stress due to his work requirements. So because of that, he's able to get in there quick, hit these compound lifts, which they're firing up his entire central nervous system, therefore increasing his gains, and he's not having to spend hours and hours at the gym also. So this, obviously you're training smarter in this way. So if you're doing these compound lifts, that doesn't mean go fuck off and just ego lift. Prioritize form before you go ahead and throw in a bunch of weight on. So I'm not saying go and max out every day either. So, with this one client, the guy's lost 6 pounds of fat and he gained 7 pounds of muscle in the last couple months that we've been working together. So he's crushing it. So again, give that a try. Let me know what you think. Hack number 3, utilize time under tension techniques. Now, here's something most people overlook because most of us, to no fault of our own, don't really know much about how to exercise. So we kind of just get in there and do whatever we see someone else doing. Now, with weight training, quality matters a lot more than quantity. And part of this equation that makes up the quality of your rep is time under tension, right? How long are your muscles under stress during each exercise? When you slow down your reps, especially during the lowering phase, you increase the time your muscles are working. So try this out. Next time you're banging out the weights, try counting to 3 as you lower the weight on your next set. Like if you're doing some bicep curls and you're slowly lowering down the weight, you're gonna feel the burn like you've never felt before. Especially if you're doing these with some sort of row variation as well. Like if you do a T-bar row where your chest is supported and you slowly let down the weight, oh boy, your rear delts, your forearms, your biceps, your lats are going to be on fire. And after that, you're never not going to want to do a regular rep again, unless you're just being a bitch. But if you like it, if you're man enough to deal with the pain, which I'm sure you are if you're already in the gym to begin with, then you're going to absolutely love that. So again, give that a try. Let me know what you think. I know you're going to love it. Hack number 4, enhance warm-ups and dynamic stretches. Now, again, you're short on time. You don't have time to do a, 30-minute warm-up routine. But warming up is only going to ensure that the actual workout that you do is optimized because you're priming the body for movement. You're priming the central nervous system to carry on additional load and stress. So, what you typically see is a lot of guys getting into the gym and they're basically just doing some static stretching, right? That's probably one of the worst things to do because you're warm. So instead, what you want to do is do things that warm up the body, warm up the joints, warm up the central nervous system. So you can do more of a dynamic stretches, or even something like cars or something plyometric is great too to warm up the body. Um, it depends on what your goals are, right? But these are all going to be better substitutes than just sitting there and doing a 60-second hamstring stretch. Um, you know, if you think of like a rubber band, if you were to stretch a really cold rubber band, it would probably snap, right? Your muscles are the same way. So they need to be warmed up first before exercise. Then you would do a static stretch after the workout. There's even other recommendations that I'd make that are probably better than a static stretch as well. But if you're going to do static stretching, do it after your workout. And for your warm up, do more of a dynamic stretch, something where you're moving in that range of motion that you're about to partake in during the exercise. So not only is that going to help you ensure that you have a good workout, but it's going to, reduce your risk of injury as well. Hack number 5, pre-plan workouts to minimize distraction. Let's be real. Time gets wasted in the gym when you don't have a plan. I know I used to go in there and just wing it. And here I am deciding, should I do cable curls with a rope or should I do them with, a regular straight bar? Or maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I should do some incline dumbbell curls. Or no, because I already did this exercise. So maybe I'll do hammers. here I am wasting all this time because I didn't have a plan in place. And so you should ideally know what you're going to do before you step into the gym. So that once you step in there, you know exactly what you're doing for your warm up. You hit it, then you know exactly what exercise starts first. So once you walk in the gym, even before you walk in the gym, you're already mentally thinking about where the equipment is that you need. So when you go in there, you're fucking hitting the ground running, um, just knocking out the workout because that's what you're there for. You're not there to fuck around. You're not there to talk to people and see how people's day is. You're there to work, man. If you don't have time already, you need to be maximizing what you're doing inside of the gym. And part of that is prepping outside of the gym. Um, so also, you know, when you're thinking about programming, if you're randomly doing exercises on Monday, the next week on Monday, you may choose a whole different set of exercises. How are you ensuring that you're increasing your strength with those specific movements? Because that's really what you're training. You know, we tend to think that we're training muscles. You're training movements. That's what you're doing when you're working out. You're training movements. You're training your body to move in certain planes of motion. And if you're constantly switching things up, then certain planes of motion are getting neglected. They're not getting worked like other planes of motions. And that's how you end up with imbalances. That's how you end up injured because you don't have a plan. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I don't even know where to start or how to make a plan like that. That's part of what I'm here for. So if that's something you feel like you need support with, hit me up on Instagram, the man solution, the underscore man's underscore solution. I'll put the link in the description and hit me up and we'll chat. We'll see if it's a fit. But there you have it. 5 practical hacks to help you supercharge your gym time. And obviously the goal is to make every minute count because you don't have that many. So remember here, the key though is to train smart, stay focused on what you're doing, use supersets, prioritize compound lifts, employ time under tension, warm up dynamically, and always have a plan. Try these out this week, and I guarantee you will feel a difference. Now, if you find these helpful, please leave a review for the podcast. Share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the underscore man's underscore solution. There's tons of more fitness content there. And again, I'm not just talking about the gym. I'm talking everything health. I shot an episode a while ago called The 5 Pillars of Health: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social. So the way I see it is your health is a lot more encompassing than just the muscles on your body. And my goal is helping men achieve optimal health holistically, right? We don't want to have you walking around with blind spots. If that's you, if that's what you find value in as well, again, give it a like. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, turn on the notifications as well, and share this with someone who you think would find value. That's all I have for today. Peace out.